students, today's topic is different type of salts. So before starting this, we'll first of all discuss about common salt, that is also known as sodium chloride. It is very much useful in our daily life because there is no taste of food without salt. Namak nahi to swad nahi. Of course, that sodium chloride, what we are using for eating purpose, that is actually prepared by evaporation of seawater. But for laboratory purpose, we can also prepare that common salt, that same sodium chloride, by a neutralization reaction of hydrochloric acid and sodium hydroxide. That we already studied. Now we will first of all discuss about the chemicals which are obtained from common salt. Basically, we have to discuss about sodium hydroxide, sodium carbonate decahydrate, and sodium bicarbonate. Other than that, we have to discuss two more salts, that is calcium oxychloride, also known as bleaching powder, and copper sulfate pentahydrate, which is also known as plaster of Paris. So let us start. First of all, we will see sodium hydroxide. The first one is sodium hydroxide. Its common name is, that is caustic soda, chemical name sodium hydroxide. Okay, this is the basic substance which is also used for preparation of various other useful chemicals. Now we will first of all see the method of preparation. For preparing this sodium hydroxide, we use sodium chloride in aqueous form. Aqueous means we have to add water. A lot of salt is added in water and the solution is prepared. And through that solution, we pass electricity. So it ultimately, on passing electricity, this process is what? It is electrolysis. So by passing electricity, we will get here sodium hydroxide, which is present in aqueous state. Along with that, two other byproducts, chlorine gas and hydrogen gas is also liberated. So we will see there it is H2, Cl2, that means you have to make it twice here. So we have to balance this reaction also. So ultimately we will get here twice NaOH and rest parts are already balanced. This solution where the sodium chloride is added in cold water, normal room temperature water in excess amount, that is cold and concentrated solution. And there is a specific term given for this, that is brine. Then I can also say that the electricity is passed through the brine in order to obtain sodium hydroxide along with the two gaseous byproducts, chlorine and hydrogen. It's an electrolysis process, so definitely it is carried out in an electrolytic chamber which contains two electrodes also, anode and cathode. So what we will see here, the chlorine is obtained at positive electrode and this is collected at negative electrode. Positive electrode, that is your anode, and this is your cathode. At your cathode, two different electrodes, these gases were collected and this is present in the bottom in the form of aqueous itself. So this process is having a very special name. This is chlor-alkali process. Reason for calling it chlor-alkali process, chlor word is used for chlorine, alkali since sodium hydroxide is a strong base, so it is also known as alkali. So we can call this process chlor-alkali process. This is very much useful process. In Hindi we used to say, there is one saying, aam ke aam gutliyon ke daam. Of course, we are performing this process in order to obtain sodium hydroxide. That was the main target. But along with that, the two byproducts are also obtained and both of them are very much useful. Chlorine is the basic components which is used for all the different compounds, polyhalogen compounds, compounds having more number of chlorine in them. One of the example I can give like polyvinyl chloride (PVC), with the help of which the pipes, plastic pipes that are used in construction of houses, ATM cards and all, driving license cards and all, that is made up of PVC itself. Hydrogen, we know it is a very highly inflammable gas which is used as rocket propellants by using some other components like kerosene and oil. There also it is used. Hydrogen and chlorine both collectively they are also used in order to prepare hydrogen chloride gas. Hydrogen chloride gas, remember it is in gaseous state, but when it is compressed with higher pressure, then it can be converted into liquid state also. And when hydrogen and chlorine, both of them, these are combined together, they gives us another compound that is known as HCl. And dear students, HCl is one of the most important reagent which is used in chemistry labs. When you visit to a chemistry lab, you will find out always three basic acids present there: hydrochloric acid, sulfuric acid and nitric acid. So one of the important mineral acid is HCl, which is also obtained with the help of hydrogen and chlorine. So kindly note these. Now the second salt we have to discuss is sodium carbonate decahydrate. The common name for this one is washing soda. Chemical name sodium carbonate. This much you know, Na2CO3, that is sodium carbonate. Since 10 molecules, for 10 we use the term deca, and for H2O that is hydrate. So the name of this compound is sodium carbonate decahydrate. Now let us discuss about the method of preparation. The first step, this compound, it is involved with 3 steps for preparation. The first step, we used to take sodium chloride salt. This is dissolved in water. In this, the carbon dioxide gas and ammonia gas is passed. Remember, this is in gaseous state, this is in gaseous state, it's liquid and this solid. So this combination is done. I can also use the term that this is your brine. Through brine, carbon dioxide and ammonia both are mixed. So we get a new mixture, that is sodium bicarbonate and ammonium chloride. 2 things are there. Out of this sodium bicarbonate used to precipitate. This is your white PPT. I'll show you like this. In this test tube, all these components are there. When you obtain that product, white PPT will settle down. That is your NaHCO3. And the liquid which is present here, that is your NH4Cl. Filter this PPT. You will collect the white PPT, and that white PPT is heated. Sodium bicarbonate, which was the white PPT, this is, through this the heat is passed. Then you will obtain sodium carbonate. This is twice NaHCO3. So sodium carbonate, along with that the carbon dioxide gas, which used to expel out in the form of gas, and water is also there. Now this dry salt, this also goes up in the form of vapors. Carbon dioxide also expels out. This is remaining, and that is actually your soda ash, also known as soda ash. Or you can also call it as, since here no water molecule is there, this is your anhydrous sodium carbonate. Second step. Now you have to connect the sodium carbonate. Final step. through in this sodium carbonate, that is soda ash, you have to add calculated 10 molecules of water. When these 10 molecules of water are added, you will obtain Na2CO3 dot NH2O. Now the question is there, why exactly 10 molecules are added? Why no more or less amount of water molecules were not added? The reason is what? That exactly 10 molecules are responsible for the crystalline shape of washing soda. Maybe you have seen that washing soda. It is available in our house. Surf Excel and all. That is the company's name. Actually, it is washing soda. So they are able to get crystalline shape exactly in the presence of 10 molecules. So the calculated amount is added in order to give them crystalline shape. Now we will see the properties of these compounds. That this is one of the transparent crystalline solid. Second thing, it is one of the water soluble metal carbonate. Third, it is having cleansing properties. And fourth, that when this sodium carbonate decahydrate is dissolved in water, that solution which is prepared there, it is purely alkaline in nature. Uses, since it is a cleansing agent, so it is used for cleaning purpose. One more important use is there, that it is also used for removing permanent hardness of water. Kindly pause the video to note it down. Third salt we have to see, that is sodium bicarbonate, and its common name is baking soda. Chemically we used to call it sodium bicarbonate. Let us see method of preparation. Here, first of all, we will take sodium chloride dissolved in water. That was your brine. When this ammonia is passed, carbon dioxide is passed, and we will get a mixture, ammonium chloride and sodium bicarbonate. This method you already studied in sodium carbonate decahydrate. So the first step is similar. You have to collect this here, filter the mixture and collect PPT, that is sodium bicarbonate, and the method of preparation is over. But the properties are different. This sodium bicarbonate, when it is dissolved in water, it is also purely alkaline in nature. Due to its alkaline nature, this is also used in order to treat acidity problem. If we make mild solution of this one and it is consumed, then it is good for relief from acidity. Now we will see another uses, that when it is heated, when sodium bicarbonate is heated, then it can give us sodium carbonate, carbon dioxide and water. This is very much essential process. This sodium bicarbonate is one of the important component of baking powder. Remember, sodium bicarbonate, H plus ions from eatable acids. कौन से eatable acids, जैसे कि इमली, tamarind that contains tartaric acid, नींबू that contains citric acid. If those acids, eatable acids, are added in baking powder, since it is alkaline in nature, it is bitter in taste, कड़वा होता है. हम केक में बेकिंग सोडा कभी नहीं डालते, बेकिंग पाउडर डालते हैं. Slight differences there between baking soda and powder. सोडा से पाउडर बनता है. जब उसमें हम खाने वाले acids, citric acid, tartaric acid, malonic acid, such type of eatable acids when we used to add. So the H plus ions from those acids, when they are added, and इस baking powder को हम जब केक के डो में जिससे केक बनाते हैं सारे मटेरियल्स डालने के बाद, स्मॉल पिंच ऑफ, स्मॉल हाफ टी स्पून बेकिंग सोडा, उसमें बेकिंग पाउडर उसमें हम ऐड कर देते हैं, मिक्सचर को रेडी करते हैं बेक होने के लिए, ओवन में रख देते हैं. आफ्टर दैट व्हाट यू विल सी, योर केक बिकम्स स्पंजी. व्हाई दैट स्पंजीनेस इज देयर? Sodium carbonate which is prepared when we are using H+ ions, eatable acids also, then instead of this one they are sodium salts of eatable acids are formed. Suppose if I take tartaric acid, then it gives us sodium salts of tartrate. If I use citric acid, then it gives us sodium salts of citrates. That is the difference, and that gives a spongy shape as well as some nice taste. Cakes are having totally different taste, and that is because of these compounds used in that. Other than that, the same sodium carbonate is also used in fire extinguishers. It is very much important use in fire extinguishers. Fire extinguishers, they are having a separate second chamber in that. One major cylinder is there in which the another component is also there. Here the basic flask of fire extinguisher, in which one more chamber is there, in which the acid is there. Suppose sulfuric acid, and here sodium bicarbonate is there. When before the use of fire extinguisher, we have to shake that fire extinguisher properly. What happens? The acid present here and the salt present there, both of them they combine together, reaction starts. As we know, this salt and this, both of them will react together, they will give us salt, water molecules, along with that the carbon dioxide gas is also released. That carbon dioxide comes out of the cylinder with the help of pipe, and when that carbon dioxide is applied on burning substance, it covers that burning substance, cut off the supply of oxygen, and fire extinguishes. So kindly pause the video and note it down.